here.
Most welcome.
Actually, I just want to share with you by giving you a little bit background about my family. My husband has retired and he's a homemaker now. I have 3 grown-up sons, aged from 23, 27, and 28. But I have put in a lot of sacrifices the last 25 years, having to work in the same industry, which is property industry. I was badly hit because I personally went through 4 recessions in 1984, 97, year 2000, and the recent financial crisis. What I have done, I went through the process of having to work a lot more harder, putting in 12 to 14 hours of work almost every day, having to travel almost 60 kilometers every day. By the time I reached home, it was almost midnight, and I graduated from a property development management company with no excuses for mistake. The environment then was work more, talk less. That was the environment then. So what happened was we have to put in a lot more effort, and we need to put up plans in case the current plans fail. We need to have a lot of backup plans. But the economy then was not very good. So I was impacted and I was laid off for a while. So I took a very bold move and leave home, went straight to Canada, hoping to find some luck and get some quick buck. So I was in Canada, Winnipeg for 4 months, worked for a couple of weeks in Taco Bell, washed the toilet, served the counter, and luckily I was asked to work in a food outlet in one of the malls called Saint-Vital Mall. I was paid an average of 7 Canadian per hourly wage. Why? Because I speak English. I was able to serve the Canadians, local Canadians, but I had to stand 8 hours a day just to survive. When I left KL, my little boy, my younger son, was only 5 years old. So imagine the atmosphere then. It was a very painful decision. But at the back of my mind, it was full of energy, trying to survive. The word survival came off. So I persevered and I stayed in Canada for 4 months. During that 4 months, I also learned the skills of baking. So when I got home in KL, that was in 1998, beginning 1999, it was the coming CNY. So I went around doing marketing, trying to source for orders, and I baked 150 bottles of chocolate chips cookies. Knocking off all the expenses, I made a decent 1,000 ringgit gain. So that taught me a very good lesson that in good or bad times, we need to persevere. Hard work, do a lot more hard work, don't feel the pain, and I survived to today. But in year 2000, I suddenly told myself, I cannot continue this way. So I have to go back to the property industry, and there was no turning back. I had different exposure the last 25 years for different PLC companies. And with one of the Hong Kong companies, I was made to work on a project before I was even offered a permanent employment. I turned around the project in less than 2 months for a very small housing project in Mantin before this family says, yes, you deserve a permanent employment. So it was then no turning back. So I hope with this little sharing of my bittersweet journey, it gives you the courage to find success in your own respective careers. Just do what you love best with passion, with the right positive attitude, and the money will follow you. Thank you very much for having me here.